I'm Connie Welch, and I had my stroke on August 8th, 2025. The thing that stands out most for me is that I did not have any symptoms prior. I felt really relaxed, calm, happy, doing laundry. And then after a little while, maybe 10, 15 minutes, I decided that I was going to lay down because I was kind of feeling tired. It was a really nice warm day, but I got super cold. So I decided that I would get up and go to the freezer and get some soup. And I kept dropping it when I was coming back in, and I thought that was kind of a strange thing for me to do. I don't normally do that, and I know it was cold, but it just didn't seem right. I probably dropped it 3 or 4 times, and I kept dropping my spoon when I was trying to lift it up to eat it, and I thought that was really strange. I normally don't do that. And my husband said, "Are you okay? Something doesn't seem right." And I said, I think we better call my daughter-in-law, because she's in the medical field, and ask her what her opinion was. And so she came right over and she checked my vitals, and she said, you have quite high blood pressure. Let's get you into the hospital. I went into the emergency room, and then from the emergency room they put me into the ARU unit. And as it was a couple weeks, and they decided I was well enough to go home because I was doing so well. And when I got home, to be able to do some physical therapy, speech therapy, and occupational therapy. And when I did get the schedule to do that, my occupational, I believe it was, went pretty fast. I recovered from that, super fast. But the physical therapy did take a little bit longer, but I was glad to have that structure of someone there to, keep me in line and keep me moving through the steps of the therapy. And then I had speech therapy, and that went well also. It didn't take long. Because of being in that structure of having someone there supporting me and walking me through it is what helped get through it faster and helped me recover better. Because I had someone, coaching me along and saying that I was moving in the right direction. The effects that I experienced was I did have the drooping on the side of the face. I know my speech was affected by it. The only thing on my left side mostly is my arm. My arm affected, and it was my writing arm, of course. And so that was pretty frustrating, because then you think, am I going to be able to get through this? I can't use my arm right anymore. I really didn't have any problems cooking or any of that stuff, because I, was able to take my time. I didn't have a family to cook for, so that helped. You kind of realized what setbacks you have, and you just have to learn to retrain yourself. So then that would be upsetting for me, because what I once did take for granted is now something I have to start over. My suggestion to everyone is start early in eating better. Start early in taking care of yourself. Know the signs. I thought I knew the signs, but when you're in the middle of it, and if you don't know the signs well enough, it's so important to get into the hospital and be seen right away, because there's things that they can do in that hospital that will help your effects afterwards not be as severe.